Pow! All right. Well, hello and welcome. Freaking welcome and hello, you guys. The saturation looks a bit hot on this, but I don't care because today is Thursday, which means that it is vlog day. Welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome everybody on the replay. I got a full vlog planned out for you guys tonight. I think we're doing all the segments. We're going to be chatting a little bit about what I've been vaping. We're going to just tear into Stanton Glantz for a little while this evening. We're going to have a beer tasting. We're going to have a liquid tasting. We have a retro vaping. We're going to have comments of the week. We might throw some viewer mails in there. Good Lord. This is going to be an action-packed vlog. Obviously, like I said, I can't do that thing where I put all the timestamps up here, but for anybody watching on the replay, they should be the first pinned comment to the top of the comment section. If my man Jeremy V is in the house, he saves my ass constantly on a weekly basis with those timestamps. I really appreciate it. They should be down there in the description, but I guess I forgot something. Oh, man. I forgot something. That's fine. I forgot something, and that bums me out, and I can't do that. I don't have my favorite thing. I can't believe I don't have my favorite thing, but I don't have my favorite thing. Do I look a little bit hot? The saturation looks a little bit ridiculous right now, and I cannot figure out why. Do I need to switch to this? Is this how we need to do it? Do we need to do crap cam, McGarbage cam? Because it instantly already, like, I'm not as bright red. It's whatever. It's whatever, you guys. It's whatever. So because I don't have my favorite thing to hear from one of my subscribers, which if you want to be featured on the vlog, just shoot a video over to nick@grimmgreen.com, shout yourself out, your shop, your family, talk shop, show off your gear, tell your vaping story. That would be fantastic. I just don't have anybody to feature tonight because, well, it just slipped through the cracks. It's just one of those things that just slipped through the cracks. Desmond, I am no longer vaping the mung bean. It was too much for me. I've switched over to the coffee pod, but we're going to talk about that in just 1 second because I want to talk about, I'm just really excited to talk about this product. And before we get there, I just want to cover like a few things that I've been vaping. Actually, you know what? I haven't been vlogging in a while. I haven't done this vlog in a while, and I feel all weird and out of sorts, and I don't know what I'm doing, but here's what we're going to do. First thing, right out of the gate, since it's sitting right here on my desk and it's not getting any warmer as I ramble on, it is time to do a beer. No more mung bean. No more mung bean. If you want to know about the mung bean pod I got, you're going to have to go watch yesterday's Wildcard Wednesday video. It essentially tastes like a mentholated burrito, and it's just kind of the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I vaped it yesterday in Wildcard Wednesday. It was ridiculous. But what I have today as a beer, Sour Pasture Calves. You know what? Hold, please. This is getting a little out of hand. I'm going to make a quick little adjustment like that. Now, do I still look just as red? I still look just as red, but it's you know, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to do about that. Sour Pasture Calves. This was a beer brew that was sent to me from Mr. British Eyes Only. This was in the big package that I slashed open with my machete like Jason fucking Voorhees and just sprayed beer all over my room. Today we're drinking Sour Pasture Calves, and I would honestly love to get your feedback on this label, on this branding. Look at that. Just, is this something that would be possibly acceptable or unacceptable within the vapor industry? On Wednesday, we were talking about how they accuse companies of using bright colors to appeal to the youths. A color now, it's just a color. Any color, bright colors, you're right, it's too many. It's too many bright colors. The green and the pink, especially the pink, unacceptable. Unacceptable for an e-liquid. But for this beer, Sour Pasture Calves, and it's a bunch of like The label looks like a bunch of gummy calves on it, like calves, not leg calves, not your calf muscle, but like the animal, the small cow, calves. You mean to tell me that there isn't a youth craft beer epidemic? Maybe they're not just attracted to bright colors, you morons. Anyway, I'm going to be drinking this out of this cup. I picked up this cup at NVE, Long Island. I love that. Wild Bill's Old Fashioned Soda Pop was there, and I got a Long Island East Coast represent Long Island. We're going to be drinking this beer out of a big like metal mule cup. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that with beer, but I don't give a heck. Call the cops. This is, I have a feeling this is going to be a sour beer. It's pouring a little bit on the pinkish color. Can you see the color of the brew as I'm pouring it? Yeah, it's pink. It's like, it's pink. And I actually know nothing about this beer. So we're going to go try to figure out what the hectic this is. Sour Pastures Cat Brewery. I have so many questions on how they landed on that name, but first it's sweet, then it's sour. The first entry into our new 5.9% fruited sour series. We conditioned this tart and refreshing beer brewed with a varietal of wheats and some oats for added body and a ridiculous amount of blueberry, blackberry, and raspberry purees. And of course, a few hooves full of our favorite candy. End of summer smash pie to the face, since that's what these mischievous calves would do. Doesn't have like a crazy high score over there on the Beer Advocate. Thank you, Ruby Roo. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Ruby Roo. So I'm expecting sour. I'm expecting fruit purees in here. So hope everybody has a good vape. Hope everybody has a good beverage in front of them. Cheers. Here's to you guys. Yeah, it's actually not as sour as I was expecting. I get a little bit of that sour, what we used to call brightness or zippy in the jowls of your mouth. Kind of makes your mouth water. It's got that real sour flavor to it. But honestly, like right up front, all I got was like sweetness, fruit sweetness. Then that kind of transitions into that sour, very clean in the mouth, very clean finish. Dang. This is a spectacular beer. This is a spectacular summer beer. It is all kinds of hot and all kinds of hot and bothered down here in Southern California. It's a hot and I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for beaches and swimming pools and fruity sour beers. Really good. Really good. I have so many things I could pair with this that I usually have set up, like Pony on Acid would probably pair pretty well with it. Don't have that set up. Smack's Lick It would probably pair pretty well with it. Don't have that set up. I actually don't have any fruit flavors going right now except for Water Malone. That's it. Shit. Should I try it with Boule Bolu? Should I try a banana cake with a sour raspberry beer? Sure. Why not? You know why? I don't know, because I can. Because I'm a free American. Bad. I would describe that as bad or negative. I actually have a liquid in here. And this is one of the things from the What I've Been Vaping. But wow, look how washed out that is. This is the BMI pod. It's the BMI Micro. It's the AsVape Micro, rebranded by BMI. They kind of put their own door on here, I guess. That's, from what I can tell, that's what's happening here with this. This has a really bizarre flavor in it that I don't think I like very much. It is I don't know how to pronounce it. Is that, you say Yume? Yume? It's a Yume flavor. from Sugoi Vapor. I know it's not like a Ramune flavor. It's a Yume flavor. It's kind of I can't describe it. The only accurate flavor descriptor that I could possibly have for this liquid is it tastes like a Japanese market in San Francisco. If you've ever been in San Francisco, which I love San Francisco, but there a bunch of assholes up there. No reason to go up to San Francisco. It's too bad because I love that city. But if you ever go into like a Japanese like corner store bodega type of thing in San Francisco, that's what this liquid tastes like. It just tastes like the inside of a Japanese bodega. So let's try it with Sour Pasture calves. Yeah, it works. It works. It's not great. It's not amazing, but it definitely works. All right. Cool, man. Well, I got a beer. I got some Sour Pasture calves to get me through the rest of this vlog. And we might as well just keep going with what I've been vaping. You already saw the BMI Micro. Been putting that through its paces. It's a nice little flavor banger. Real restricted lung hit. Also, heavily into this Soul Keeper. Heavily into this Soul Keeper. I can't get enough of the Soul Keeper. It's just something I want to constantly use. It's topped with the matte black Recoil Rebel on there, and it's just a banging vape. This is loaded up with Bule Bolu, which BT Dubs Beecher, Coil Turd. This is it. This is the last bottle I have. I find that unacceptable. Rockin'. That is just rockin'. That's a rockin' vape. I also have from the last Wildcard Wednesday, Boosh. That's the brand new Kennedy Ruby right there. This is the 2-post 21700 constant contact mech from Kennedy. It is a little 2-post banger in there. I think I got some, these are Turk aliens because it's a mech. So, like, of course I'm going to put Turk aliens on it. Turk rocks mechs, his aliens in mechs constantly. I just love mechs, and I love M-Turk aliens in a mech. In fact, I'm not just vaping M-Turk aliens. We loaded this bastard up with some Turkish maize. Even though it's the middle of summer, close to the middle of summer, I felt like a fall flavor for some reason. Fuck, the Kennedy is good. The Kennedy is just good. There's no way around it. You vape the Kennedy and it's just good. If you are a connoisseur of vaping, maybe you're a little bit a snob of vaping and you haven't tried a Kennedy, what the heck are you doing with your life? The Kennedy is incredible. Also been heavily rocking that Topside again. Topside came back out in force. I've just been using it ever since I got that Recurve Dual RDA. Ever since I got that Recurve Dual, man, I put it on the Topside, and that's just where it's been living. I loaded this up with the Duck's Nuts from Baugen and the Duck's Nuts. It's just fucking delicious. It's a great squonker with great squonker, great RDA. There's just no way around it. Give it to me. Give it to me. So good. Okay, already starting the hype train. Can't show you what's on top here, but I can show you that is a Squid Industries double barrel V3 with a very super dope, like retro, futuristic, sort of mid-century pattern on there. Love it. Love the crap out of it. It's topped with an RTA. Huh? Topped with an RTA. It's topped with the stellar RTA that I can't even talk about yet. That RTA is loaded up with Dewy Boba. I managed to get some Dewy Boba while I was there at NVE. I haven't had Dewy Boba in a really long time. I've always loved the liquid. I've just, it's the only honeydew flavor that I can actually vape comfortably that doesn't taste like the inside of a Halloween mask. Yeah, I said it. All honeydew flavors my entire vape life have always just tasted like the inside of a plastic Halloween mask. Not a plastic Halloween mask, the inside of like a rubber Halloween mask. Rubber Halloween mask. That's what it tastes like. There is no D in that device. There's no D in that device name. Doubled barrel. Anyway, so that's basically what I've been vaping, but really I wanted to spend just a hot minute talking about, it's in the title of the video. When we talk about vaping, I've always talked about like your end game. Like, what's your end game? What's your end game setup? If you had like, if you weren't a hobbyist person, if you weren't a collector like a lot of us are collectors, if you weren't that person, what's a device or a vape or a mod or something that is just your reliable daily banger? That's it. It's your end game. Go ahead and take everything else I have because I already got my favorite shit in front of me. We have setups like that. This is my newest end game setup. This is the setup where if I somehow lost all my vape stuff, someone came in and broke into my house and just all they wanted was vape stuff, and they went around and like stole all my vape stuff. Okay, I got you, Danielle. Stole all my vape stuff, but they left this. I'd be fine. This is something I got that I was gifted at NVE. I'm gonna try to get this to, there it is. This is, you probably saw my photo shoot on Facebook, on Instagram. I picked this up at NVE, and this is the greatest thing I've ever owned. This is my end game setup. This is 100% my end game setup. It's topped with my favorite RTA, K-Fun Light 2019, Stratum Zero. This is it. I mean, apart from looking just beautiful, this is just a beautiful setup. It vapes amazingly. The K-Fun, I didn't gush enough about the K-Fun in my K-Fun Light 2019 video because it's legitimately the benchmark of mouth-to-lung RTAs for me. Benchmark. Have not had anything better than the K-Fun 2019 for a mouth-to-lung rebuildable RTA. Sitting on top of the Stratum, it's just a match made in little vapey heaven. The Stratum is such a beautiful mod. It's not regulated, it's unregulated, but it has a chip. Has a chip on the inside. So if I take this off, boosh, see a little chip right there? Gonna focus on it. See that little chip right there? There's a little chip right there. That's a protection chip. There's, reverse battery protection, short circuit protection. It's got a 5-on, 5-off tactile switch, but it is unregulated. And believe it or not, this tiny little mod houses a ridiculous 21,700 on the inside. 21,700 on the inside, and it feels like a goddamn 18,650. It's just insane. It's just insane. It's just insane. Hang on, my chip came out. I need to put you back in here. Can't go back to San Diego. San Diego. Oh, God, I think I broke my Stratum, you guys. I just broke it. It's broken. It's broken forever now. No, it's not. I just need to find the right... this goes in here. Can't go... Whoa, I might have actually broken this. Oh, no. No, I definitely didn't. Did I just break this? Oh, God. How does that sit in there? Okay, so the chip, the tactile switch chip kind of just popped out. I'm assuming Swaggins is like yelling at me in chat. Oh, I had it upside down. It's no big deal, Swaggins. I had it upside down. Don't even trip, dog. So we can see the cure. Oh. I'm going to have to figure out how to put this back together because I can't. I don't. Who knows about Stratums? Swaggins. Is Swaggins here? Damn it. Is Vaping Canadian here? Going back to San Diego. Okay, so the chip just sits in here, except I can't get it to sit in there. And now I can't use this like the rest of the vlog. Can I drop it in from the bottom? Is that an option, Swaggins? No, it's not. Dang, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. Oh my God. Well, remember how I was talking about how I had like a dope Endgame setup and I was like, this is the last thing I ever want to vape and I'm so stoked on it. 21700 with a K-Fun. It's just amazing. I don't know how to put this thing back together. I literally just got it. And I don't know how to put this chip back in. I don't know how to put the battery back in. And I know there's people in chat that are like, just sit it on top? Just sit it on top? Is it really just that simple? You just sit it on top? Swaggins said to just lay it on there? All right, Swaggins. I'm just going to lay it on here. It doesn't, it's not hitting the switch, Swaggins. Oh, there it is. I can't keep taking so much time. Vlog time. Oh, here it is. Okay, I got it. I got it. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. And the best thing, one of my favorite things about the Stratum Zero is that there's different caps. So you can do a 24 millimeter or a 22 millimeter. It kind of has a little bit of a different concave cap on there. Let's put this back together. Let's actually vape this thing. Now the battery can go in. Now the bottom can go on. Now we can actually vape it. And what I love about this, the fact that it's not a mech, 5 on, 5 off is amazing. 5 on, 5 off. I wish the UL Soul Reaper had a 5 on, 5 off, but it doesn't have a 5 on, 5 off. It's just mouth to lung all day long. In fact, I think this mouth to lung might pair pretty well with this sour pasture. I did that completely wrong because I got sidetracked by Gary's chat. I'm officially mad at you. Why, Gary? Nice. That's real nice. Water Malone. Stratum Zero K-Fun. Now that I know how to take it apart and put it back together, I like it even more now. I like it even more now that I know how to do that. And it's just something, you can't appreciate how nice this thing is until you hold it in your hand and you feel this little button, because the button is just this little zero up here. There's just a little zero up here at the top, and that's what clicks. And it's like it's an obscenely clicky button. Clicky. Just hold it, rest my thumb right on that zero, vape. So good. Holy crap, so good. So that's basically what I've been vaping. Honestly, I've been vaping that Stratum Zero K-Fun a lot more than all of the other stuff, than all of the other things. Like, yeah, the top side's awesome and I love vaping it, but when I come in here and I reach for something on my desk, it's the Stratum. It's the Stratum Zero. Chances are it's in my pocket. Chances are it's by the coffee table. Chances are it's in the bedroom. I just take it everywhere with me and I vape it like crazy. For anybody asking, Scott Jenkins, I saw you in there. Packed up a lot of stuff, including the microphones that I use for the vlog, and then I realized that I packed up the microphones that I use for the vlog. So I'm using this very slightly intrusive Rode microphone, but I kind of like it better than those, like the gold microphone's a little bit douchey, right? I'm not alone here. It was a little bit douchey. Like I went back and watched the old vlog and I was like, that gold microphone, Nick, that's a little bit douchey. Just a hair douchey. So we're using the Rode. That's it. We're using the Rode. We're using the Rode and we're just using the Rode. So after beer, after what I've been vaping, good Lord. Is it already that time? It's already that time. I have some mail, so we might as well boosh a vape mail. Stop. The gold microphone was great. Hey, you never know. The gold microphone might make a comeback. I just wasn't really like super stoked with how it looked. And I kind of like this better. I kind of like this. So the gold microphone I bought on Amazon, and it was like $32, right? Fine. It's a fine microphone and it sounds fine. This microphone I bought on Amazon for substantially more money. Substantially more money, into the hundreds of dollars, because I hated my audio and I was angry and I just wanted to buy a really good microphone. So I bought this really good Rode microphone that I bought it, I used it a few times, and then it just kind of sat here. And I was thinking about selling it, and I was bummed that I wasn't using it, and now that I'm using it, I'm stoked. So, pointless story. It all comes around. We might never see the gold microphones ever again. I'll use the gold microphones if and when someday I get Jay Hayes on the vlog. When I get Jay Hayes out here, when I can fly Jay Hayes out here and we can do a vlog together, we'll use the gold microphones. Use the gold microphones 800%. I don't have a vanilla scented garbage bag today because I'm out of vanilla scented garbage bags. We're moving. We're in the process of moving and packing right now. So literally all the garbage bags are being used. We're purging stuff out of our house. We're packing stuff up. The next 2 weeks, I'm probably just going to want to keel over and die, because packing and moving is it's like the worst thing that a normal person goes through in their life. And you'll go through it. I've moved 7 times in the last 10 years. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Jay Hayes hates California? Why does Jay Hayes hate California? California likes Jay Hayes. I don't know what his problem is, man. I don't know what his problem is. Torn invalid. Oh, this is I have this already. You want me to show you what's in this box before I open it? It's the IPV Auto Squonker. I guarantee 8,000%. It's the IPV Auto Squonker. This is it. I think Matt has a video for it. I think Daniel has a video for it. I haven't done a video for it yet because I haven't been getting along with it very well. I haven't been enjoying this. It's constantly going dry. Do I still need a pop filter? I'm trying to stay away from it so I don't feel like I need a pop filter, but it's all good. Here's the thing. This thing just goes dry on you. It constantly goes dry on me. I constantly have to press this upper button to pump juice into it. Press this button and it'll vibrate and pump juice into it. And I end up holding this down for 15 solid minutes until it gets saturated enough. And then I can vape it. And the idea is you press the button while you're vaping it. It's going to, thank you, Ruby Roo. It's going to auto pump liquid from the little chamber in here right up to your atomizer. So literally all you're supposed to be able to need to do with this is just press the button and vape it, and it will auto feed juice. Liquid. Fuck. And it works kinda, and then after 2, 3 toots, dry. Dry as shit, and then I need to sit there and pound on that pump button again to get all the pump going back. Yeah. IPVs, IPV V3 minis, all over the place. IPV V3 minis. These are all just kind of gonna end up in the $2 sales. I mean, I'm gonna have a video for it at some point. Oh, this is 2 boxes taped together. That is ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. So, let's open the other box. Let's open the secondary box. I'm assuming it's from the same company. I'm assuming it's going to be more IPVs. I don't know how I've gotten 2 packages of these IPVs when I didn't even know if I was getting any of them. And suddenly, a bunch of companies, here, have a bunch of IPV mini V3s. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. I already showed it. I already vaped it. These aren't really going to get used. These are probably just going to go straight to the freaking patron $2 sales. And that's just how it is. What are you? Did I already open you? No? I like the green box. Who doesn't like a green box? E-Leaf? What the heck is this, E-Leaf? E-Leaf new samples for your testing. Wow, that is really super just crazily washed out. All right, E-Leaf. Just waiting for the sun to go down. Maybe I need to kick off this light over here. Is this going to help? Not really. It's all right. Let's see what's in E-Leaf land. I haven't got anything from E-Leaf in, like, forever. I have not reviewed anything from E-Leaf or even tried anything from E-Leaf in a really long time. I think this was a tank, and then the packaging broke. It's a Wismec tank. This is the Wigmec Trough. Wismec Trough tank. Hey, you guys, let's send GrimmGreen the rainbow, oddly weird, faceted tank. Nothing about this tank is appealing to me right now. I just want to say that right out of the gate. It could vape like a dream, but it does also look like this. That's just not for me. That style, that color, that weird faceted bubble glass, it's got like diamond facets on it, and the glass itself is additionally rainbow in color. Huge swooshy airflow. Wismec Trough tank. It's just a sub-ohm tank, right? I mean, it's not an RTA. There's nothing special. Big single strip of mesh on the inside. It's the Wismec Trough tank. I know, Gary. That would be ridiculous. In fact, that would be one of my favorite things ever. I love it when things I don't expect just suddenly impress the hell out of me, and I'm like, all right, I know I kind of poked fun at it before, but this Wismec Trough tank, it kind of just became my favorite tank of all time. That has happened. That has happened. Oh, in fact, one thing that I left off of my what I've been vaping is the package that I got yesterday from Blitz, their Monster sub-ohm tank, Monster sub-ohm tank. This fucker on the Minikin V3 and that Monster's sub-ohm tank. This thing is a beast and a half. I first got it and I was running it like well over 100 watts and it was holding up. It was holding up, and then I started, I got a few dry toots in there, so turned the wattage down to 85, but it's been cranking. Oh, nope. I don't know why the Minikin V3 does that. These batteries are at 70%, according to this device, but they show you real-time battery sag, and if your battery sags below a certain point, it just won't fire. So the Minikin, they kind of hold you accountable to like, all right, well, you have to use really good batteries. There's no cutting corners on this because if your battery sags too much, we just won't fire it. Yes. All right, here we go. 0.20, 85 watts. Rockin'. It's crazy how rockin' this is. Appreciate that, Nexus Gamer. Appreciate that, Dwayne. We're going to be reading all of the super chats. Last thing of the vlog. It's just rad. It's just a really rad sub-ohm tank. So if this one just blows that one out of the water, then it's going to be like, well, shit. The Trough from Wismec is now my favorite sub-ohm tank. And it's already... I want you guys to know what kind of suffering happens in here in the summertime for the vlog. Beecher and I experienced this when he was here too. And what I do is I can't run the air conditioning during the vlog because the vent is right above this door. The vent's like right there and it blows right at me. So it's going to blow like straight into this microphone. It blows my blinds all around and it's just overall loud as shit. So what I do is for about an hour in here, in between the podcast and the vlog, is I just run the air conditioning full blast for a solid hour, shut it off, and cool it down. And then by the end of the vlog, It's literally like a Native American sweat lodge in here. I'm about to go on like a vision quest at the end of this vlog because it's so hot and oven-like. It feels like waking up in Tucson, Arizona in a tent. That's what it feels like in here. In the summer. That's what it feels like in here. So I'm already sweating. We're already sweating up a storm. Sweating like crazy in here. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. It's always a surprise. It's always a surprise. Can't go back to San Diego. All right, everybody's homework. Listen to Blink 182 California. It's basically my favorite album of the year, even though it came out a few years ago. Hey, look at that. It's a pod. Hey, you guys, it's a pod. You guys, check it out. It's a pods. The Ultroner Pixie and the Ultroner Owner. Is it Oner? Is it Oner or Owner? Owner? Oner? Oh. And there it'll focus. Owner? Nope. Well, no. Owner? Oner? Okay. It's because I have my focus all messed up on this camera because I was shooting video. It looks like a pod. It looks like a big ballpoint pen. Like, you know, sometimes when you go to Las Vegas or you go to like a fancy place or a casino or something like that, and they have like high-end hemo shopping, and they sell those ballpoint pens that are like, this is carved from a fucking meteor, and it's like colors and, you know, resins and things like this, and they're like $600 ballpoint pens, and it's like, only use the best pen for your writing needs. That's what this looks like. That's what this looks like on the inside. Is one of those really fancy, like, high-end, stabilized wood pens. That's what it looks like, right? Stab wood. It looks like this would be the pod system that, like, Aspen Mod Co. releases. It kind of looks dorky. Kind of looks a little bit stupid. I don't know. Does it write upside down? Does it write in space? I don't know. It might. Big, big, big round pod. Interesting. There's a large coil head on the inside. Of course, they use a little tiny, tiny little rubber grommet right here. A little tiny, tiny little gasket to fill up this tiny, tiny little pod tank. All right. All right, Ultroner Oner. And as always, when I'm going through the vlog, I always try to find something that I can, like, you know, set up and vape in this vlog video. This is the other one from Ultroner, the Pixie. Try and get you a decent shot of that. Looks to be similarly-ish. I don't know. It's like a stab. Let's just take it out. Call the cops. Let's just take it out. Who cares? It's not illegal. You can't stop me. That's been my new thing lately. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. We can do ridiculous shit. It's not illegal. Yep. Kind of a slick little pod, man. It's stab wood. It's pretty clearly stab wood if it'll focus on it. It's definitely stabilized wood. There's some acrylic there. It's the Pixie. Button is here on the side, real clicky. Here's where your pod tank is going to go. It's kind of a slick little thing. This very much feels like what should be like the normal next evolutionary step of vaping. You know, we put stab wood on everything. We had dual parallel boxes, and it's like, nope, stab wood version, right? Regulated boxes, nope, do a stab wood version. Squonkers, nope, do a stab wood version. This is kind of like the first fucking stab wood little pod. I think there's a market for it, and I'm excited to try this from Asmodus. There's another one here too. The mini stick. This little mini stick thing looks a little wacky. Looks a little goofy maybe. Yeah, it's looks like a little 18350 mech or something like that. Yeah, it does. It does take an 18350. Does it come with a battery? Oh, it doesn't come with a battery either. Interesting. But it does need one. Let's see if I even have one. That is an 18500. This is an 18350. Boom! Look at that. Look at this little tiny battery that this little tiny mod takes. Boosh. Just like that. Nope. Wow. It needs... No, that's the correct one. That's the correct one. Just a tiny little 18350 like mech type of thing. That's it. That's what you get. It's just a little mech. What else is in here? Why do they package stuff so poorly? Beauty ring? Yeah, you're supposed to put this on before your atomizer so you can hang a little tiny little mech mod from your little dangly necklace if you want to. You just wear this right here. Be that guy. I'll explain to you, Vegas Ale. I will explain to you of why anyone would want this. So you can go like this. Boosh. Look at that little K-Fun on there. I don't know how to fire it, but... Oh, there it is. Ah, the battery's dead. Okay, I need to charge that battery, but I can rock this K-Fun on here. That's why I would use this. Damn. I want to have one of these batteries be charged. Does this count? Does this count as setting something up? I think this might count as setting something up. I apologize to whoever has to do the timestamps, Jeremy. Okay, all my 18350s are dead. Probably because they haven't been charged in like 5 years, maybe longer. I have one more. One more I can try. Yep, that's it. One more 18350. If this one doesn't work, then, well, just damn it all. God, I want this to work so bad. You have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm just coming to the conclusion that all my 18350s are dead. But dude, look at that. Look how badass that is. Rock K-Fun on this tiny little 18350 mech, and it would probably work a little bit better if I had like the 22 millimeter K-Fun. 22 millimeter K-Fun. Yeah, this, I tightened that to the battery. I definitely tightened it to the battery. Yeah, it's just, oh. It's just a MOSFET. And it vapes. Look at that. Holy crap. Look at that tiny little... This is the new pod. Fuck pods. Vape a K-Fun. Appreciate that. Not a MOSFET. No 5 clicks. I like it. I love the chat when the chat drops knowledge on me. I have one on its way from Amazon. My first squonk. Okay, there you go. No MOSFET. It's a board. No 5 clicks. Either way, look how cool. Come on, you can't tell me that's not cool. There's no way. A K-Fun on a little 18350? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. This is incredible. I love this. No, the board is on the inside. It's not a hybrid. But if you look, you might not be able to see down in there. You can see the board down in there. That's where your board is sitting. Kind of at the top there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I wish K-Fun, I wish Svomesto could use that as their slogan. They could just be like, fuck pods, buy a K-Fun. Fuck pods, vape a K-Fun. I don't know, man. That might count. Does that count as a I set something up? I think it does because I set it up and I'm vaping it. Not a MOSFET. Not a MOSFET. Stop saying it's a MOSFET or Michelle Lynn's going to come and punch you in the head. Yeah, you can add that weird... I don't want this to dangle from my neck. I would never be that guy. I would never be that guy. I wore a Me Pod around my neck at ECC like a year ago. And I just wasn't... I don't know. I can't be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. We're done being that guy. We're done being that guy. All right, it's cool. I only have a few more. I only have 2 more, actually. Can't dream of going back to San Diego. What are you? Oh, it's a... oh, shit. Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. Stoked. Well, it's an Arcless from Mech Life, which I already have one, so that means... Hi, Eric. $2 sales. $2 sales. But this, the Slat RDA, I have been waiting for this. I've been dying for this. I've been dying to vape this. It's a dual mesh? What the what? Right? Dual mesh? Oh, I see. So there's big screw on top, thumb screw on top, 2 screws on the side. I'm assuming you make 2 little swoops of mesh and you wick it like an RDA. I'm assuming, yeah. Two little swoops of mesh. Just wick it like an RDA. Cool. Cut the cotton at an angle. Every mesh, why does every mesh thing say that? Cut the cotton at an angle. Everyone says cut the cotton at an angle. Profile said it. The Profile RTA says it. The Slat says it. Not much of a juice. Shit. Not much of a liquid well to speak of. Not much going on down in there. I have a feeling the top cap is kind of going to become the juice or liquid well, rather. Adjustable AFC on there. I guess you don't need to say adjustable AFC because the A in AFC stands for adjustable, so don't necessarily need to go overkill. Interesting. All right, Slat RDA. All right. I'm excited to give this a try. I'm fascinated by all things mesh and the differences between vaping with mesh and vaping with coils, or vaping with mesh and vaping with aliens. I would love to be able to install some aliens or something in this too, but that's okay. It's just a Slat RDA 2 dual mesh. Who has the Slat? Can anybody vouch for this right now? Can anybody in the chat vouch for the Slat and say it's a great RDA? Josh says it's a great RDA. No, it stands for air. I don't know. I don't know. I'm interesting. It does. It stands for airflow control. I know. This is the last one. Last one. Looks... This might not even be mail. This might not even be vape mail. Oh, yes. Blackline. Blackline builds. I got one. You're not here, but I got one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Blackline. I don't know if any of you cats follow Blackline builds over there on the Instagram, but he's just a really fucking good dude. He's a builder in the UK. He does the dopest of the photoshops for people, and he's just an all-around good dude, and I am honored, stoked to wear this Blackline t-shirt. You did send a hat, and I've heard about how you send hats, but it's just a flattened... I did get a hat, though. Does that mean I have to wear it? All right. We can do that. How's my hair look? Bad? All right. What's up, Blackline Builds? You pre-upped the bill for me. It's like on its way from the United Kingdom to California. Your hat was like, I'm going to be in California. Better flip that bill up. Better flip that bill up in California. And then I can write like suicidal tendencies under here, or like fuck you, or like stay punk, or something like that. Anyway, thanks for the hat, Blackline. Thanks for the hat and the shirt, Blackline Builds. And dude, that's it. That's it for vape mail. Holy crap. I can't believe that. I can't believe we got through it so quickly. So what I want to do, I don't have anything to set up. Do you want me to set up that pod? I don't really want to set up that pod. I'd much rather just sit here with this and vape it. But I don't remember the name of it. This is the owner, no. What the crap was the name of this thing? Did I just throw away the box? Did I throw away the box for this? What the crap am I even doing right now? Oh no, here it is. Good Lord. The Ultroner. Oh. All right. Well, they named it the Mini Stick. So, Mini Stick. The Mini Stick. I don't know if I could get through the Slat RDA right now, Swaggins. I don't know if I can do that. You know what? Who cares? You want to give it a try? Should we give it a try? Yep. Famous last words. Let's give it a try. Does it even, does it come with mesh? I'm hoping it comes with mesh. Not necessarily like pre-bent mesh, but like any sort of mesh. I have some off-roof strips. All right. Looks like I'm using off-roof strips. Oh no, here's a Canthal. Why would they do this? Why would they package it like this? Why would you do that? This is useless. It's just smashed. What the hell? That's all right. All right. Shit. Who cares? Let's build it. Let's build this. Let's build this Slat RDA. So, glasses off. Russian hacker mode engaged. I'm going to unscrew this first. I'm going to get a screwdriver and I'm going to unscrew these side clamps as well. They are limited in their range. You can only take the screw out so far, thankfully. Nope. Maybe not. Why did this one only come out that far and the other one did not? This is going to kind of be a bitch to build on, I think. I don't know if this is going to actually be fucking worth it to try to install these in here. Jeez. I can't see for shit in here. This is stupid. This is stupid. Okay, I'm taking the tool out and I'm just going to try to... This is stupid. Okay, I got one in. This is stupid. I'm going to screw this bottom one down. Capture that lead. This is stupid. Let's get my other coil out of here. Shit, where did it go? Here it is. And then this one can kind of go in here. Oh, this is stupid. This better be the best fucking vape I've ever had. This better blow my dick in the dirt. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I did. This better be awesome. This better be so rad. Because it is not fun. This isn't fun. Who's enjoying this? Nobody's enjoying this. All right, let's get this lead in here now. Nope, it's not straight. Not fun. Still not fun. but I got the leads in. Is this supposed to be squonkable? Is that what that top part is for? Yeah, this is definitely a squonkable atomizer, but I'm not going to be squonking on it. We're going to run this on the VaporGate Pug. So both these meshes come out to a 0.13. Yeah. Shit. All right, they're glowing super evenly. They're not a joy to install. I mean, it's not a pleasant experience installing these little mesh things. It just seems so weird. I don't know if I love mesh enough to have to like deal with this. But fuck it. They're in. We got some cotton bacon. I'm going to throw some cotton bacon in here. Keep my tools. Keep you. Keep you. Throw you away. All right, let's get some cotton in here. Should I use cotton bacon prime or Kogan dough? Should I just leave my glasses off the rest of the vlog? It's too weird. I can't see anything. It's too weird. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't even read the chat. Can't even read the chat. Yeah, everybody like this video. Go ahead and smash that like button. Just going to go ahead and say it. Smash it. Smash that like button. While I build the Slat RDA. So we could see the cure. All right, and then you cut it at an angle. Not bad. It's not difficult to wick. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. Might need some more cotton in here, though. I'm not sure. One thing that always scares me with mesh. This is what always scares me with mesh. This is what scared me about the profile. This is what scared me about the profile RTA. When you don't have direct cotton to mesh contact, hot spots appear. That's just the nature of mesh. You hope I wick it tight, Tommy? I hope I wick it tight too. So I get worried about, am I using enough cotton? Am I using too little cotton? We're going to cut these at an angle as per the instructions, maybe like this. I guess. Cut that like that. Huh? Like that. And then like that. Like that kind of angular cuts. I just want to ensure that I have constant cotton to mesh contact. It's just a lot of cotton. It's just a lot of cotton. What liquid should I try in here? Huh? How about some... Let's just go for something I know, something I trust, some Poet, sweet black tea. I mean, I'm assuming you got to get the cotton all the way saturated, like through the core of the cotton. Man, yeah, mesh, I don't know. It seems like you use so much liquid with mesh, doesn't it? I feel like I'm using twice the amount of liquid right now just to saturate this cotton as I do with like a regular RDA. All right, clearly it needs a little bit more wattage. A 0.11 at 14 watts ain't going to do much for you, sir. You need what we call in the industry more wattage. How much watts? Let's try 40 watts. Okay, let's try 50 watts. Okay, let's try 55 watts. Okay. Let's get this show on the road here. So these have to go together like that. Snug O-rings on this. Super snug. Super snug. All right, I'm just going to do some cotton fiddling here because I don't like the way this cotton looks. I don't like how close it is to the airflow. Move you over here. Can't go back to San Diego. All right, more liquid. Even more liquid. Okay. This is substantially liquid. Substantially liquid. I'm going to go ahead and turn the airflow down about halfway just because I took that dry toot earlier and it felt like it had a lot of airflow. Just cloud chasey airflow. And what the AFC allows you to do is close off that top row. Then you close off the other 2 rows. So there's 3 rows of holes. I'm just going to close off the very tippy top. Here we go. Slat RDA came out to a 0.11 with the mesh that they included in the packaging. I have it set to 55 watts with some Poet Sweet Black Tea on the Vapor Gate Pug. Now, after all of that, how does it even vape? Yeah, Dakota, you're right. I do like this wide open. And Pierre, great meeting you at NVE, and you're very, very welcome for that hat. Wear it proudly, sir. I think I agree. I think I like the airflow wide open. In fact, I think this needs some more wattage. Some more what we call in the industry wattage. Okay, it's actually vaping real well. It vapes like mesh vapes. If you're a mesh head, if you're a mesh fan, this is going to vape like a mesh. I mean, it really reminds me of like the Profile, the way that it vapes. It really reminds me of the Profile RTA, the way that it vapes. Not so much like maybe like a mesh sub-ohm tank. Doesn't quite feel like that. But it's a dual mesh dripper, and there's something to say about that. Like that's an accomplishment. Isn't this the first dual mesh dripper? This is the first dual mesh dripper. RDA, whatever. You can squonk with it. You don't have to drip with it. I'm just dripping with it. I think it just needs more wattage. So I'm going to max this thing out at 80 watts and see how it goes. It's vaping. It's vaping. The flavor's pretty good. But really only pretty good. I wish I was getting some better flavor off of this thing. I mean, in a completely anecdotal and unscientific science experiment, the dual aliens I have in the recurve dual vape much better than 2 strips of mesh in the slat. I'm just going to say that as a blanket statement right now. So much better flavorful wise. It's crackly and flavorful. Mesh never crackles. Mesh sizzles. And I much prefer a crackle to a sizzle. Sorry, Monster Cook. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you, Geothermal. I think mesh just works better in a tank and not in a dripper, or not in an RDA. Like, I understand the idea of it. I understand, like, the accomplishment of it. I understand the idea that Ambition's Vapor was like, I want to do a dual mesh RDA. That's my vision, and I'm going to execute it. And he did. It's a dual mesh RDA. He accomplished exactly what he set out to be. But is it good? Does it vape better than other RDAs with different coils in them? Does it vape better than, like, the Profile? It kind of vapes very, 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 very similar to those things. Kind of just vapes like those. Truth, Mike. Truth. Mike Vapes is here. Mike Vapes. Thank you for coming out, bro. I mean, it's not unpleasant. It's not a it's not a negative vape experience. I mean, it's enjoyable. It's very, very dense, feels nice and warm. Not super flavorful, but I think that's just mesh. And there's this like division in the vape world of mesh heads and like coil heads. And that's what it is. I'm a coil guy. I would much rather in any given circumstance vape some aliens than a single strip of mesh. I always get better flavor from aliens than I do from mesh, from single strips of mesh. In different orientations, if the mesh is vertical in like a sub-ohm tank, or there's multi-core mesh in a vertical configuration in a sub-ohm tank, then I get some real nice flavor. But I think the horizontal mesh in this RDA, I don't know, it's fine. And I don't want anybody to think, let's smash that like button. Punch your computer for me. Don't punch your computer. I just wish I was getting better flavor. This is Poet Sweet Black Tea is a liquid that I have vaped, I mean, gallons of, just tons of Poet Sweet Black Tea. I just love the crap out of it. It tastes like Poet Sweet Black Tea, but just dialed down just a little bit. That was a dry hit. And that was a 100% dry hit. Which is good because my cotton's actually pretty freaking dry. Well, there you go. It's the Slat RDA. I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this. I'll mix it up. I'll throw some pony on acid on there. We'll do a real flavor testing with it later on. But that's the Slat RDA. It wasn't super difficult to build. It's pretty straightforward. It's a little bit finicky, a little bit fiddly when you're trying to get just this tiny little flat piece of mesh into this tiny little clamp. And you know, you put the bottom in and you screw it down, and then you put the bottom in and you screw it down, and then you have to kind of line up the top ones into those little slots, and then it was just a weird experience. It was just a little bit weird and fiddly. I feel like if you have a problem focusing on things, like if you might need a magnifying glass. That's what I'm saying. You might need a magnifying glass to actually hold the tiny little mesh strip and put it in the tiny little clamps that's in there. But once you accomplish that, it'll vape. It'll vape. And that was another dry hit because I didn't drip. And none of you stopped me. None of you said, no, it's not saturated. It's not saturated. Bleh. You got to keep that mesh saturated. Got to keep that mesh saturated. All right, well, there you go. That's the Slat RDA. Going to be spending a lot more time with that before it gets a full YouTube-y type of video. And what I would like to do right now is I kind of want to get into this retro vape. You guys on board? You guys on board with a retro vape? You guys on board up there in the nosebleeds? You on board for a retro vape? All right, let's do the damn thing. Dumbhead. Hilarious. Sounds like a whole mesh of problems. A whole mesh of problems. You're so witty. You're so funny. You funny man. So, we have a retro vape today that is on loan from the For British Eyes Only collection. On loan from the British Eyes Only collection. I'm excited about this. This is a mod. And this is a mod that I never... Oh, okay. There's some pins and parts in here. This is a mod that I never got to try, never got to use, never got to vape, certainly never owned one. Certainly never owned one, but I always wanted one. I always wanted one. Whenever I saw them, I just thought, fuck, those are so cool. Those are just so cool. They look so cool. Yeah, here we go, baby. So this is from a company called Steel Punk. This is the Slug Mech Mod. Not sure if anybody here is hip to the Slug or if anybody remembers the Slug Mech Mod. But here it is. This is your fire button right here. That's your fire button. This is something else. That's where a battery goes. That's where an atomizer goes. I'm going to try to figure out how this freaking thing works. Matt Sinister, you meshed up. You funny fucking guy. Yeah, okay, there's your fire button. Interesting. I'm fascinated by this. Do I have to, British Eyes, do I have to unscrew this? What is this? This is the locking thing. So you give this like a half turn and it'll fire. Let's get a battery in here. Let's get a battery in here as soon as humanly possible. And like I said, I never got to vape these. I never got to use one. I never got to try one. What is that? What's in there? What's in there? What's in there? I don't know how to get that out. Do I leave that in there? Nope. I don't know what I'm doing here. Don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, this has to go on the top of your battery. That's what I have decided. Right? This goes on the top of your battery. British Eyes, just a thumbs up. Be careful meshing with it. God, you guys are just a comedic group of people. I want so badly for this to fit a 21-700, but it only fits an 18-650. That's kind of a bummer deal. It's okay. It doesn't matter because 21-700 batteries weren't even a thing. Can I have a temporary wrench so I can walk Nick through this? Okay, here you go. There's your temporary wrench. I'm assuming that this goes on top of the battery, right? This has to go on top of the battery, right? These puns are meshed up. Bottom of the battery. Okay. Going on the bottom of the battery. No, bottom. Okay. What the mesh is going on in here? For British Eyes, you have... Okay, positive side down. Okay, let me check these battery wraps. Positive side down, and this goes on the bottom. It goes on the positive, but it's just down here. It's down. And then this goes up here. The battery goes in, right? Am I doing this right? Battery goes in like this, positive side down. Really? Really? All right. Positive side down. I'm putting that on the bottom. This is okay. British Eyes. This is just, I don't know, you know, it's a mech. So you kind of got to know what you're doing. And me jumping in blind like this, thankfully I have like a mech mod shaman here, Mr. British Eyes. I am just sweating my ever-loving balls off right now. What do I put on top? How about a recoil rebel? Because I was using it on a mech before, so it should work just swimmingly. Now, is this a spring-loaded or adjustable 510 here, British Eyes? Neither. It's neither. All right. All right. Okay, what happens if I can't thread my RDA down? Is that a problem? Stop meshing around, will ya? Well, look, can you just stop meshing around? Okay, I think I understand how this works. RDA has to go in first, right? This has to go in, the battery has to go in second. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Well, my RDA won't screw down. Oh, there it goes. All right. Now I'm going to screw the bottom on. Oh. Success! Success! It has a copper pin that sits in a peak insulator so you don't... Oh, so you have to force it in there sometimes. The RDA. Yeah, I did. I really had to force it in there. My battery door doesn't close all the way. My battery door doesn't close all the way. There's like a little... It's just hanging out. Just a hair. Just a hair. When did this mod come out? I want to say that this mod came out in like 2014. Was this a 2014 mod? I believe that it was. I believe this is right around 2014. So let's drop some Boule Bolu in here. And this is the fire button right here. You kind of just... Okay, Raging Vapor, that was a little bit of a stretch. Thank you very much, Corey. Appreciate that. Reading all the super chats at the very end. Slug! You guys, Slug! And this wasn't like a low-end Mimo mod. These were pricey. These were pricey little bastards. I couldn't tell you my favorite Meshuggah song, but I can tell you my favorite Meshuggah album is Obzen. Or Destroy, Race, Improve. But let's hit it. Wow. This is hitting like a beast. Holy crap. Holy crap, British Eyes. This slug is hitting like a beastly slug. Dang and a half. What number is this? 102? The Slug. Wood, copper, right? Copper and wood. I wish I had a little bit more of a matchy RDA to put on there. But damn it, I love unregulated. I just love unregulated. Just give me some low resistance and a mech, and I'll just be happy as a pig in slop. Dang, that's good. Damn hell ass, that's good. Peace out, Brian. Thanks for coming by. Tony Clock. Mesh of Death? Good one. This slug is, it's hitting like crazy. I really wish I would have had one of these back in the day now, because this probably would have been like my all-day banger. I mean, it's just so pretty, so slick, very cool, very comfortable. This was like, you know, the Noisy Cricket before the Noisy Cricket was the Noisy Cricket. I mean, in terms of form factor. This was the Squid Double Barrel before the Squid Double Barrel was the Squid Double Barrel as far as form factor goes. It's just real comfortable in the hand. Real, I mean, intensely ergonomic. It's hitting amazing. I'm going to try to see, like, somewhere on the internet, is there a place where you can still buy these? I feel like there should be. The Slug Mech Mod. No. But Smoke did a Slug clone. You can buy a Slug clone directly from Smock still. It's not Smock, it's Smoke, by the way. $15. Could be yours. Should I put a link in the description? You want a link here? Here you go. You buy a Slug clone. Right there in the chat. Smoketech.com. Just go buy a Slug clone for $15. I might buy a Slug clone for $15, but I'm trying to find how much the original ones cost. Death Wish mods. Nope, that's not it. How much was the original? Does anybody remember off the top of their head how much the original Slug was? That's not the Slug. There it is. Oh no, this is the clone too. There's only clones. There are only clones available on the internet right now. I just wish I knew how much the original cost. I remember it wasn't cheap, man. It wasn't cheap. Wasn't. Yeah, I agree. All the clones are available. You can get a clone for like $15 or $20. I think the original was pricey. I think the original was real pricey. Yeah, I want to say, I agree. I think it was like in the 200 to 250 range. Maybe more than 250. 219. That they were pricey. They were pricey mechs. You know, this was back in the day. This is why things like Team Cheap Mod even exist anymore, because mech mods like this, or like, things from the Philippines, like anything from VHO, they were all like the Nemesis, Atmo Mihani. They were just pricey. They were just expensive. They were upwards into the 100, 200, 250 range, which when people look at this or a tube mech for 250, you kind of go, why am I paying $265 for a steel tube, a stainless steel tube? Hence why the clones suddenly started existing. Hence why everyone started spending $20 on mech mods, and the whole mech mod market just went upside down. Real weird. A lot of price changing. I don't know if anybody was around for those days of the clones and Team Cheap mod. It was an interesting time to be in the industry. Dang. All right. Sick. That's awesome. I'm so excited about that Slug. Thank you for British Eyes Only. Glad to finally be able to vape a Slug. The sun's going down, so I'm gonna switch my lighting situation here. Just real quick. We'll just make this look a little bit better here. So what I would like to do right now is what we always do after retro vaping, and that means it's time to do a very, very random liquid just trying to get that burp out, bro. You ever just try to get a burp out? It's not happening. It's not happening. So I have a liquid to taste today, and first things first, it's going to be tasted out of the Mike Vapes Recurve RDA. First one, first OG Recurve RDA. Got an M-Turk Alien in there, freshly wicked up. So excited. So exciting. I just, one of my favorite things in life is a freshly wicked atomizer. It's just endless possibilities. You just look at that freshly wicked atomizer and you're like, I could vape any liquid right now and it would be fresh and clean and beautiful. I just love it. Just love it. How hot is it? Very. The most. All. It's all the hot in here. And of course, it's sitting on top of a squonker, but I packed up so much of my stuff that we are resorting to the Signature Tips SQ GrimmGreen squonker, which is just a spectacular little squonker. It's just a rad little squonker. And if the liquid is good enough, if it meets my very insanely high standards of e-liquid, then it'll end up in the bottle and then I get to vape it. But what we're going to be vaping today, I already drifted into the Butler. Who does anybody remember the Butler? This is the Butler. So meringue. This is the Butler, and I got the Butler. I don't quite remember when I got the Butler, but I think it was like a week or two ago that I got the Butler. And there was some Butler liquids, and now we're going to try the Butler. So meringue. Matt, there's a good chance you will see me at ECC next month. I will be there at least one of the days, maybe two of the days, but I won't have a booth. That's the bummer part. I won't have a booth, but I'm still going to try to go. So we're going to, okay, before we even, slow down. Before I even get this on the coils, I do need to sort of knuckle test it, as it were. Ooh. It's lemony. This is a lemon meringue. It kind of instantly tasted like a lemon bar or like a lemon pound cake. Honestly, my first, the first thing I thought of when I tasted this was back in the day when I used to work for Starbucks, we had lemon pound cake. And I remember working opening shifts at Starbucks. And an opening shift at Starbucks, at least at my Starbucks, was you were there at 5 so that you can open by 6. And when you get there at 5 in the morning and you have access to really fresh baked lemon pound cake, it was my favorite thing. I didn't even care. My alarm would go off at 4:30 in the morning, and my first thought would be, it's cool. I get to have some lemon pound cake today. I'm just a big fan of lemon pound cake. All right, the Butler. Let's have the first toot of the Butler So meringue. All right. Not bad. Not bad. So here's what I'm going to do real quick right now. We're just going to do, I'm going to kill this first. All right. So I just wanted to vape it for a little bit, kind of collect my thoughts on it. It's a very, I like how vapey it is in right here, right now. I feel like I'm in a vape-filled sauna with just a bright light shining on my face. You're going to see sweat like dripping down here. 100%. It's very lemony. It's a very sweet lemony flavor. Kind of reminds me of like a lemon pound cake type of flavor. But it really, like the lemon in it is a very zesty lemon. It kind of reminds me of like a lemon peel, like a lemon rind or something. Like the inside of the lemon, not necessarily the fruit, but like that really tart, pungent citrus type of like zesty lemon. It's got a very, I guess the way I would describe it is like a natural lemon, like a natural zest. Yeah, all the zest. So much zest. It's teeming with zest. It's been fully steeped and educated on the art of zest, and it is zesty. It's zesty. It's zesty as fuck. It's super zesty. Real nice. It doesn't feel... Sometimes you describe flavors as like sharp, especially during citrus. Citrus really cuts through everything. When you have a citrus vape, that citrus flavor just cuts through. This feels very rounded. I don't know what component they're using in this liquid to sort of replicate like a meringue type of flavor, but it is like a meringue type of like very rounded flavor. It's like a zesty, creamy lemon. That's how I would describe this. A very zesty, creamy melon. Zesty, creamy. There you go. It's the Butler So Meringue. 60 mils. I don't know. What else? 3 milligram So Meringue. It's a lemon meringue. I don't know how much these are, so let's go look for the Butler e-liquid. The Butler. Zen. Juuling or vaping. Okay. Oh, fuck. I didn't get to talk about Stanton Glantz. All right. I'm going to try to fit that in within the next half hour. Okay. This has become secondary priority to me. I don't care how much this costs. The Butler, don't know how much it costs. Can't find it. Okay. Can't find it. I have more pressing issues. More pressing things. Zesty, creamy lemon. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm on board. Let's see. Is it going to go in the squonker? Give me a sec here. Is it going to go in the squonker? Yeah. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say the Butler So Meringue is good. I like it. I'm going to keep vaping it. I'm going to throw it in this squonker. Just real nice. Yeah, I didn't decide to skip Glancy. So Stanton, let's do some Stanton Glantz real quick. Boom. So we all know Stanton Glantz. He's a shitbag. He's just a shitbag. Stanton Glantz has done more damage to the world than any other scientist that exists. Any other scientists that exist. And I want to start this. I'm going to try to play this video on my phone because I want you guys to hear the audio of this. Danielle, the incredible Danielle Jones, which, by the way, that's what she said is coming up 10 p.m. left coast time. Danielle Jones sent me this link from USA Today, the vaping links to heart attacks. So I'm not sure if anybody remembers, this was like 2 months ago. Stanton Glantz over there at USFC, USSF. They did this, I'm going to use heavy air quotes here, study, and made the statement that vaping leads to heart attacks. That was the headline. Vaping leads to heart attacks, right? Stanton Glantz. This is Stanton Glantz's work, which, by the way, Stanton Glantz has a degree in engineering. He's very much Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's hardly a scientist. He's an engineer, and he likes to touch women. And the university just kind of looks the other way. He gets to be little Uncle Touchy. So there's another reason why we like to hate Stanton Glantz. Besides being wrong about a lot of things, this study that Stanton Glantz did associating heart attacks with vaping was just hogwash. It was all just humbug. Nothing. We're going to listen to this video. It's a real quick little video. And this is, hang on, sit through a quick little ad here. You guys hear that? Okay.
Well, Stanton Glantz is one of the biggest reasons that...
Okay, so this is Brad Rodu, which if you're not, get on Twitter. You got to follow some people. Brad Rodu is great guy. And he basically came out and said that Stanton Glantz's entire study was just nonsense and that it shouldn't even be considered science. It's a quick little, it's not even 2 minutes. I'm hoping you guys can hear it okay. And I'm just going to play the audio from this video so you can hear what Brad has to say.
Smokers aren't switching to vastly safer products. This study was published by Stanton Glantz, one of the most well-known tobacco researchers in the U.S. and worldwide. He found that current vapors, that is current e-cigarette users, were associated with twice the risk of having had a heart attack as non-users of tobacco. Glantz's finding was based on 38 e-cigarette users who had had a heart attack. We found that the majority of vapors had had a heart attack on average a decade before they had started vaping. Glantz ignored the age at first told that they had a heart attack and the age at first vaping. The results of this study are false, and the study publication is invalid. We believe the study should be retracted by the Journal of the American Heart Association, and we intend to notify the FDA so that these results can be investigated.
Yeah. And it goes on to say, Stanton Glantz acknowledges that the results of his study were not statistically significant, but accuses Rodu of slicing and dicing to make the effects go away. So Stanton Glantz, that shitbag, has the audacity when he's called out and shown that his study is hogwash to say, no, not my study isn't hogwash. It's actually still, he's standing by his study. He's standing by his study and accusing critics of slicing and dicing the information. Yeah, that's, 100% what's going on here. And I'm just thankful that this is out there like in the big mainstream media now. It's on USA Today. I hope people take note of this and pay attention to this, because this is something that we talked about in the vape industry months ago. All you had to do was read the study and then write down at the bottom where it says that this doesn't actually prove anything. That was at the bottom of that study, and Stanton Glantz knows that. This is just hogwash information. It's cobbled together. Heart attacks years before they started vaping. How is that? How did anybody take this seriously? And the thing is, people are using Stanton Glantz's study now to pass legislation against vaping based on bullshit. Laws on vaping based on this study that is bullshit. And this isn't the first time that Stanton Glantz has done this. There's been times before where Stanton Glantz has done this, and I know this is going to be a weird, touchy subject for people, but Stanton Glantz, he did a study in Helena, Montana, and they started off this nationwide smoking ban. And it's all based on a Stanton Glantz study about secondhand smoke. And to this day, the official statement on secondhand smoke is that any exposure is toxic to you. Any little exposure is toxic to you. Any exposure is toxic to you. But what I'm going to put, not just in the description, but what I'm going to put this in the chat right now. If anybody feels interested, you want to make some bookmarks. He was wrong. He was wrong about the severity of secondhand smoke to non-smokers. I have an article here from Forbes. The big title on it is "Study Finds No Link Between Secondhand Smoke and Cancer." I have another one here from Oxford Academic, the Journal of the National Cancer Institute. Big headline on it says, "No clear link between passive smoking and lung cancer." I have another article here from Slate, "The Terrible Science We Use to Justify Smoking Bans." And these smoking bans that sort of ricocheted, spread throughout the country, all started in Helena, Montana. And it's because Stanton Glantz did a study in Helena, Montana that showed clearly, according to him, all of this secondhand smoke, even a little bit of secondhand smoke. They say in his study about Helena, Montana, which I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing yet, in that study that he did on secondhand smoke in Helena, Montana, which again kicked off smoking bans across the country based on bullshit science, they said that even 2 minutes, they said 2 minutes of being around secondhand smoke, and there are certain biomarkers that make you indistinguishable from a regular smoker. I think just being a person, you know that can't possibly be true. That can't possibly be true. 2 minutes around secondhand smoke and suddenly you have the biomarkers of a smoker? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Stanton Glantz? So at the end of the day, Stanton Glantz is a liar. He's a little bit of an Uncle Touchy guy, and he's not a scientist, and he just lies. And they base legislation on his lies. But what would Stanton Glantz and the University of San Francisco have to gain from this? What do they have to gain from this besides now they can ban vapes in San Francisco? Apart from that, and apart from getting that sweet, sweet MSA money, they like money from Johnson & Johnson. Of course, the study was funded by the Robert J. Wood Foundation, which is a subsidiary of the pharmaceutical giant Johnson & Johnson. So it's not super surprising that when Johnson & Johnson pays Stanton Glantz to do science, he's going to find science in favor of Johnson & Johnson. And this isn't the first time he's done it. He's a shitbag. Stanton Glantz is a shitbag. Can I get sued for defamation if I call him a shitbag? Okay, I take it back. I apologize. Stanton Glantz isn't a shitbag. He's a complete and total piece of shit. That's worse than a shitbag. They can't run from the science forever. And I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to turn into Alex Jones real quick, but they can't run from the science forever. And this USA Today little blurb on there calling Stanton Glantz out, as insignificant as that seems, and it's just one little video, right? This is the beginning. This is the beginning of them not being able to run from the science anymore. We have science on our side. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take years. Like I said in the Wildcard Wednesday video yesterday, it took the United States 15 years after the Royal College of Physicians found the link between smoking and lung cancer for the United States to even accept that science. 15 years of smokers dying of cancer before the United States even acknowledged that that was real. 15 years. Unreal. That doesn't make me feel like a free American. Eating lasagna in the shower, that makes me feel like a free American. Stanton Glantz should be ashamed of himself. The University of San Francisco should be ashamed of themselves. And I get it that it's cool and it's like, oh, Barstool Sports. Yeah, I come to NVE, which is just make fun of vapors. It's like cool. Like I wish everybody at NVE, when they saw the Barstool Sports guy, just didn't talk to him. Just 100% cold shoulder would have been ideal. But we didn't. We engaged him. Jay Hayes talked to him, and that was pretty entertaining. Reaper talked to him, and that was awesome. It's a serious thing, and people are making a lot of light of it. And I hope the people that are making light of it have never had to suffer for one of their family members having cancer from smoking. I hope that the people making fun of vaping never had to have their grandfather die of COPD from smoking cigarettes because the U.S. Army got him addicted when he enlisted. I'm all sorts of riled up right now. So, you see this? This is sweat. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to wrap this vlog up. It is time. It's time to do some favorite comments of the week, and it's time to do some mother effing super chats, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So, where's my favorite comments of the week? Here it is. Hi. Comment shower beers and shower lasagna. I'm on board 100% for that. Shower beers and shower lasagna. So here we go. First favorite comment of the week right here from Michael. What's worst than a copper mech mod? A copper RDA. I hate the way they stank. Disgusting. Yeah. Whoops. What is happening? Why is that happening? Why did that happen? Who knows? OBS is just weird. Yeah, copper, anything is just gross and smells like pennies all the time. Like, we used to have brass and copper RDAs. Does anybody remember brass and copper RDAs? Where, like, the posts were brass, the deck was brass, the cap was brass, and everyone's just vaping them with, like, tarnish and corrosion on the inside. So glad that brass RDAs don't exist anymore. So glad that brass RDAs don't exist anymore. Other favorite comment of the week here. Gary, this is where I got it from, Ruby Roo. That was a great vlog. Flying beer and regulated mechs. Mechulated. I'm calling all regulated mechs mechulated mods now. It's just too good of a word to pass up. Mechulated. Come on, that's amazing. Another comment of the week here. Lando, am I the only one who thinks Beecher looks like Brian Austin Green? Does Beecher look like Brian Austin Green? I don't know. Got like a face like a dinner plate. He's just round. He's got a round face. Brian Austin Green doesn't have that like round. Yeah, sorry Beecher. I just described your face as dinner plate like. Apologize for that, but at least you don't look like Brian Austin Green. Chris Sparks, I'm watching this video because I just recently bought a Smoke Nord and it spits back in your mouth like a fully erect male ejaculating in a woman's mouth. God damn, Chris Sparks. There you go. You put that out there for the whole world to read. And there it is, just hanging out there all pink and naked. My Smoke Nord doesn't do that. My Smoke Nord doesn't ejaculate in my mouth like a fully erect. I know, Michelle. I know. What the fuck? It's all right. Let's get back into it. Rob, out of curiosity, I tried a Marlboro Red after vaping for 18 months, cig-free. I got 4 drags in and felt very nauseated and sick. I had to take a shower because I couldn't get rid of the smell. Never again. You know, that might be an old favorite comment of the week, but it's still, every time I read it, I'm like, yep, I did the same thing. Show of hands, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Has anybody done the same thing? Did anybody vape, like quit smoking, start vaping, and then like maybe a year in, maybe 6 months in, you're like, I'm going to try a cigarette. Let's just see how that goes. Just try a cigarette. I did it. I found cigarettes in my car when I was cleaning out my car, and this is after I had been vaping. Like, oh, there is a lot of 2s. I guess not a lot of people did that. Okay, well, there I see some 1s in there. Yeah, the 1s are with me. You just gotta try it out, you know? I just wanted to try it and just see. And it was my favorite cigarette. It was a cool blue box, and I pulled it out, and it just felt like so nostalgic and like, cigarettes, baby, here we go. And I pulled it out and I lit it up and I took like 3 drags, and it just made me nauseous. Like, I couldn't even, I was looking at my cigarette pack going, what was I doing for so long? Like, I was putting this in my body like 30 times a day. Maybe not 30 times a day, over a pack a day smoker. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that try a cigarette. Just try a cigarette. It's not illegal. You can go to San Francisco and buy plenty of cigarettes. They got them all up there. And actually, I'd prefer it if you went to San Francisco to buy cigarettes because, like I said in Wildcard Wednesday, we need that MSA money, you guys. We need it. And we're willing to do anything to get it. MSA. MSA. Favorite last comment of the week. Simon, this was from the chat, so it's hard to get. Simon, this was from Wildcard Wednesday chat, I believe. My dad took off one morning, never said nothing to nobody. Went missing for 2 days and eventually came back. The reason he did it, he was taking Champix, which is what they call Chantix in Canada. They call it Champix up there. He was taking Champix and was convinced we were trying to kill him. He was taking Chantix, left for 2 days because he was convinced his family was going to kill him. That product, by the way, still on the market. You can definitely still get a prescription to Chantix. If you want to quit smoking, have crazy, weird dreams, think that your family's going to kill you, want to harm yourself. What we decided on the last Wildcard Wednesday, I can't remember who it was in the chat. They just said Chantix is basically a super depressant that happens to help get you off of cigarettes. It was not designed as a smoking cessation drug. It was just a super depressant that was created. The FDA-approved suicide drug. Exactly, Mowgli Vapes. The FDA-approved suicide drug. It's out there. Chantix is still there. Shit, cigarettes are still there. Oh, but you want to vape? You want to not smoke? We're going to make that as difficult as possible. As difficult as possible. So, that's going to wrap up my favorite comments of the week. I got some serious sweat beads going right now, and we are going to dive in. This is it. This is the very last segment of the vlog. I can never find it on my stream deck. It's time for Super Chat, friends. And my favorite, oh, wait. Oh, it says 662 watching, and I only saw the first 2 6s, and I was like, oh, there's 666 people watching the vlog right now because that would be my favorite thing of all time. Turns out, no, it was only 662. That's okay. Go tell your friends. We're still vlogging. Glenn Ness, out of the gate, sent me a super chat at 1 this afternoon just to say, first, just for your dad. Glenn, that $2, you guys have no idea. It goes a long way. This shit all adds up. I have a lot of upcoming costs that I don't know how I'm going to actually cover, and as far as getting my dad down here. So I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all the super chats. You guys have no idea. Andy, hi, my love. Hello, Andy. What's cracking, Andy Ackerman? Ashton, very gracious of you. Hope you enjoyed that coated green Turk cap. Hell yeah! And beer labels and cannabis labels are out of hand. Here's a little something to help your pops along. Thanks for everything you do. So gracious of you, Ash. So gracious. Thank you. Thank you. David, very gracious of you. Vlog day. Also, David Myers is celebrating his 2-year vape-anniversary. That is 2 years without combustible tobacco cigarettes. 2 years of avoiding emphysema, cancer, and COPD. Congratulations, David Myers. Michelle Lynn, a BB-8 rocks. You're very welcome, Michelle Lynn. I gave Michelle Lynn a little gift at NVE, and Michelle, I am so stoked that it went to you. So stoked that it went to you. Bradley, very gracious of you. Double barrel V3 dead goat done. Boosh. That's it. You're done. That's all you need. I agree with you. 100%. Thank you very much. Nexus Gamer, very gracious of you. Hey, Nick, I'm a big fan from Northern Ireland. Awesome, Nexus Gamer. I've been to Ireland. I went to Ireland once, and I constantly think about Ireland. I constantly want to go back to Ireland. In fact, just the other night, Casey and I were talking about like someday travel plans. Like, where do you want to go someday? And we're like, Japan, Bali, Ireland. Dwayne Riggins, very gracious of you. Congrats on your house, bro. Yo. Thank you. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. I'm overjoyed, but I know that the next month is just going to be an uphill battle of packing and moving and unpacking and then moving more people down and then painting and then building and then, it's going to be so much, dude, but it's going to be so fantastic. So fantastic. Thank you, Dwayne. Matt Sinister, very gracious of you. Trough. I've got stainless steel only, problem is low wattage. I've got stainless steel only, problem is low wattage. Oh, low wattage for the trough. Okay, I got you. Wattage needs to go up on the trough, our trough tank. Is that what you're talking about there, Matt Sinister? I hope you are. Wesley, sorry. Did I call you Weasley? It's because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Wesley, shamalama ding dong to you too, Wesley. Very, very appreciate that. Bump that fist. Bump that very in focus fist. Dumbhead, I like your new Ultra Boner mod. It's Ultroner. It's Ultroner. Stupid. Just kidding. It's Ultroner. Ohm Mylanta, fuck pods, Vapor Fun, GrimmGreen. Yep, put that on my grave. I'm going to put that on my website. Whenever I have a website in the future, it's just going to say fuck pods, Vapor Fun. Is there a better mouth to lung than the K-Fun? No. The answer is no. Big Rig. Yo, catch you the replay. Stranger Things 3. All right. Go watch Stranger Things 3. Very gracious of you, Big Rig. Bend that bill up like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah. That's what I do. It's not actually. I never wear hats like this. But that's the way Blackline wanted me to wear it. He told me. Logan exhales hat tag OCD insanity. Yeah, I had my hat tag up there, Logan. I apologize for that. I'm sorry you had to see that. Mike Vapes, very gracious of you. Truth, Mike Vapes, truth. I'm glad we see eye to eye on a lot of things, brother. A lot of things. Corey, very gracious of you. Good day, Nick. I just wanted to say thanks for all the vids I've been following since that Tesla APV lightsaber thing came out. You're great. Holy crap, I remember that. I remember the Tesla APV lightsaber thing. It was a nightmare to use. It was terrible, but it had a really unique switch. So I think that's worth a retro vape there. Michael, very gracious of you. I'm sending beer for you to spill in the new house. Perfect. Send me some beer. Hit me up, bro. And we'll spill beer all over the new house. That's the joy of having a new house. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. If I want to spill beer, I wouldn't do that. Casey would get pissed, first of all. Anthony, very gracious of you. The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. He's very mischievous. We got some more mesh puns going on here. We kind of trailed off on the mesh puns, but I'm glad to see that they're back. One more from Michael. Screw Glantz. No T1 diabetics problems from vaping. Yeah. No, it doesn't. As far as I know, vaping doesn't affect people afflicted with diabetes. I dated someone many years ago that was a type 1 diabetes and had no problems. She vaped. She vaped like crazy. It was no big deal. David, very gracious of you, David. I am a person that had a heart attack 10 years ago from smoking. If Glantz called me, I would have smashed that hang up button. Screw that guy. Yeah, screw that guy. And I can't get all worked up about Stanton Glantz again. He's just such a shitbag. He's so disrespectful. He's not a scientist. He misconstrues data and information, and they end up making laws based on his messed up data and information, and that cycle needs to end. We need to hold Stanton Glantz far, far more accountable for the hogwash that the University of San Francisco is putting out. Hogwash. Shower beer, better than shower lasagna. Nah, I like shower lasagna. Travis, very gracious of you. Haven't watched your videos in a while, but I'm back, and I'm glad you haven't changed. Keep it up, bud. Well, I mean, I did lose a little bit of weight. Did you notice that, Travis? You know, just been eating less, moving more, working out a little bit. I hope you at least noticed that, Travis. I'm just kidding, bro. Thank you. Welcome back. Anytime you want to come back, there's a spot for you here in the Grimm Army. British Eyes, yo, glad you like the slug as much as I do. Hold on to it until you properly fall in love with it, and that should take about 2 days. 666, all caps. Thank you very much, British Eyes. I am. I'm going to be using it. I'm thinking about it right now. Right now I'm thinking about, I can't wait to get out in that living room, keep packing, vaping my slug. Because right after this, I don't get to stop working. I have to clean up and then go pack. So that's a damn thing. Jeremy Clark, very gracious of you. Yo, Nick, congrats on the new house. Jeremy Clark, thank you very much. Yo to you, bro. Addy. GrimmGreen, amazing how the red tag suicide warning got removed from Shantix and now Gottlieb works for the manufacturer of it. That is just so peculiar. I mean, the FDA allowed Pfizer to remove the red suicide warning from Shantix. And now Scott Gottlieb is working for Pfizer. What a crazy world. Does the pharmaceutical industry really control our government that much? That's insane to me that they can just send Gottlieb in. Go change this law. Go change that and then come work for us. I'm losing my faith in the system here, man. Old joke incoming from Michael. Star Wars, The Phantom Meshness. Good one. OTR Vapes, very gracious of you. Congrats on the house, and I love the vlog. Thank you, OTR Vapes. So excited about this house, and I love the vlog too. I'm glad you love it. I really appreciate that. Matt Sinister. One more from Matt. Give a fist bump to my girlfriend Laura. She quit smoking, started vaping. Awesome. Matt Sinister's girlfriend Laura, this is your fist bump. Bump that fist. Just bump it. Matt, I guess you can too. Kinda, I'd rather you didn't. This is really more for Laura. So that, I'm just, hey, it's the letter of the law, right? Not the intent of the law. Anyway, so we did that in about 2 hours and 2 minutes, you guys, and I could not be more excited about that. What a great vlog. Thank you guys, so much for joining me. I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be doing some crazy stuff over the next couple of weeks, like packing and moving and shit and just painting. I'm going to be painting. I'm going to be pulling up carpet. I'm going to be doing all kinds of crap, and I'm going to try to be doing all of that as well as providing my YouTube audience with what I consider to be just top shelf content, top shelf entertainment. You have a lot of options here on YouTube, but I appreciate you coming over here to the GrimmGreen channel. That's my big sales pitch. But I'm going to try to do everything as much possibly normal as I can. We're going to do a Wildcard Wednesday next week. We are not going to have a vlog next week, though, because next Thursday is moving day. Next week is moving day. So what I'm going to do on moving day is I'm going to Instagram story my whole moving day. We're going to do a lot of Instagram storying that day. And then as soon as I can, all the regular content, all the videos, all the Wildcard Wednesdays, all the vlogs, all the podcasts, all the everything. I just want to hit the ground running as soon as I can. And it's just going to be a little bit. And I appreciate everybody bearing with me. This year's been a weird year for me, man. Just a real weird year, but it's finally getting to be like what I want. It's finally getting to be like my vision of my life, and that's where I'm headed. And I'm taking you guys all with me. And you guys, we're going into the future. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Let me take one last look before I cut this off. Make sure I didn't forget anything. I mentioned Stanton Glantz, thankfully. We got this. We got the Slat. We got this. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab the Slat. I'm going to keep vaping this a little bit. But that is what I got for tonight. Everybody, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart so much for watching. And until next time, no matter what anybody says, no matter what fucking Stanton Glantz says, you guys keep on vaping.